Alright guys, we are on another adventure. Of course it's race weekend. We're gonna take a little trip down to Jersey to meet my partner in crime. This is Izzy, who also runs a YouTube channel, but more importantly runs E30 Mob. Whatever, if it's vintage BMW or if it's just car culture in general, that's us, that's me and Izzy. So recently Izzy revealed that he's got an E30 M3 project, and it's not just any E30 M3 project, it's actually a former race car. So it's a fully caged car, which you'll see. He's actually got it on a rotisserie, which is crazy, sitting in the garage. But we're gonna go visit him. I haven't seen the car in person, but I've seen the car for years, known of the car for a while, and we were able to work out a deal where he got it. And so I'm gonna let him reveal some of the really special details of the build, but just know it's a former race car, motor sported out. It's got like a, listen, I'm saying too much. I'm gonna let him reveal all the facts once we get there. Also, drop it in the comments if an E30 M3 is your holy grail car. Is it an IS 325? Is it a 318 IS slick top? Or is your holy grail E30 specific to E30 and E30 M3? For me, since you guys are asking, my holy grail is a Bauer. Actually, I have two holy grails. My two holy grails are a Bauer late model. Bauer early model and a late model IX Touring manual. Drop it in the comments. Alright, so we made it out to Jersey, alright, to go visit my brother, my Ace Boon Coon. Alright, we are at his crib. As you can see, Project E30 M3. So say hello to Mr. E30 Mob. What's up, what's up, what's up? We made it here. This is the project. This is what I said I wanted to have him reveal to you guys. I didn't give any details, so I'm about to go over it real quick.
Let's do them.
I just told Izzy, I said, I'm gonna put him on film. He's always recording for his channel. I said, but we gotta put him on the camera so he can talk about his project, because we're always talking about everybody else's projects.
That's usually where I'm my comfort zone, right? So I feel a little uncomfortable.
On the spot.
Yeah. So here you go. This is my E30 M3. I took the fenders off. It's on the rotisserie. I got the core support. I got the bumpers. I got pretty much to make it a roller. I got everything. I got the glass for it. Side pop outs. This I'm gonna have to buy from somebody. I gotta figure out what company, what sponsor I'm gonna work with. These are gonna be plastic.
Do you guys see this cage in this car? Insane attention to detail, insane quality.
Okay, you see the crossover there. So you see the sunroof. It is welded in.
Yep.
I may try to find it in the future, right? So this is a very long-term project. So what's special about this E30 M3 was being built, and what's special is that this is a German car. It's a European car. It came over. It actually raced in tracks. I'm gonna go pick up the logs. I'm gonna pick up the registration. I'm gonna show everybody. So this car it's been out there being raced, right? And what happened was, my guy that I bought it from, he spent $7 grand on his cage. And back there, you see that bar right there with the two items? That's for the counter lever suspension.
You guys see back there? I'm gonna have to zoom in on that. Look at that. So StimTech is going to be providing a cantilever rear suspension setup for this car. That's just one of the details I couldn't reveal to you. I had to let him tell it himself.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. So we're figuring it out, and thanks to my partner Adonis here. Thanks to the conglomerate, right? So there's a couple of guys that they're gurus, right? Adonis, Big Mike, M-Tech Mike, right? These E30, right? These are the guys, Lewis, these are the guys that they just know these things so intimately, right? That I call them, hey, I'm gonna do this, and they're like, don't do that. I'm gonna do this, don't do that, right? So it's so awesome, right? So what happened was, my guy bought it. This was the S52 swap, came over, was in Canada, made it to Virginia, but it was really rusty.
Do you guys see that this car is on a rotisserie? Turn it, spin it. Look at this right here.
So to Edward's credit, he basically went in and went on a mission repairing rust every single bit. This is an expanded tunnel because this car had a V10 in it at from the M5. So he had to notch it and reinforce this, right? So
you old school lowrider guys, if anybody's into like the old pickup C10s and things like that, air ride, you see a little C notch into the frame. It's actually stronger, even though it's cut. It's reinforced plate steel.
Yep. This gauge steel is in there. This is what he used.
Look at that. So he's not playing with safety when it comes to modifying these cars. As you see, the transmission tub was completely reshaped, much wider to give to room for the transmission that's going to be going in there.
And so you can see here, so the gas tank's coming. This is for the diff. This is how he has set it up. So one of the details that we were trying to figure out, and I just shared because it just hit me yesterday after doing a ton of research, is I don't need this. I don't need a tire tub. And this panel here weighs like, we'll say like 60, 70 pounds, man, maybe more. I'm waiting for my son to get here so we can pull this out. I'm doing a piece of composite aluminum inside of here. So when you open the trunk, it'll be very industrial looking like the rest of the car. So think hot rod, think panels all over, think aluminum all over. So that's what we're planning. So the other thing that we have going on is this is a DTM style build. So the big thing is, and thank you, Luis E30, go follow my man over there.
Yes.
The V12. So we're doing an M70.
Wow. You just dropped the bomb real smooth on him. That was a real smooth, that was a very smooth transition. We're putting what in here?
A V12.
A V12. BMW V12.
BMW V12. We're staying brand specific. We're BMW guys, right?
Insane.
So for those of you that don't know about the M70, because people love to say that it's garbage, it's basically two M20s side by side.
Put right together.
Makes crazy torque, and if people don't know this, so that's why it's always funny when people say it's garbage. It's in the world's most expensive car, that engine. It's called the S70 in the McLaren F1. Go look that up. Facts. Now, and that car makes 700 horsepower, but you know what I'm saying?
But it's easy to pull horsepower from that motor.
Oh, easy.
Because even with the CSI variant of it, they pull an extra 70 horsepower or extra 50 horsepower out of it.
Just small tuning.
Small tuning. So
yeah, and the thing with the M70, it's so strong, the deck, the way it's designed. You do some air in there, some turbos in there. There's a E36 right now. Running turbos. There's another E30. It's at an M3 on YouTube. Go find it and listen to the sound. That's why I did it. I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm not gonna be beating on this. It's gonna be sitting pretty.
So maybe in the future, twin turbo M70 setup.
You never know. So drift. One of the things I had to figure out before I did the M70 and what's crazy is Adonis was right there. I'm like, I'm thinking about doing the M70. That C1, and Lewis tells me, you looking for one? I got a low mileage one. Delivered.
Look at it. Look at that.
And that's, like I said, God's favor, right? So I appreciate it. The Z, we went, so after talking to Pedro, I was looking for a Getrag 420 or a 6-speed ZF 5-speed out of the E36 M3 because he said that motor, A, is geared better. So it's for an M70, it's perfect gearing. And then I went and found that Drift HQ actually carries the adapter with the clutch that it needs, the plate, everything to make that up. So that's coming. That's already ordered. StimTech kits, it's on its way.
So that cantilever suspension, guys. First of all, you gotta understand, we're doing the big diff. Was it the 7 Series? 7 Series big diff. So this
currently, but Pedro's talking about possibly doing an M5 diff.
So this mount that you guys see here, and I'm kind of foreshadowing something in my hands, but this mount that you see here was purposely put in to carry a M5 differential, which will hold well over 1,000 horsepower. Now, your intention isn't to go 1,000 horsepower now, but it's future-proof, right?
Yeah, it's future-proof, and it's gonna depend, right? Because E30, we got the conglomerate. Because E30, I don't know if you guys know this. This is a conglomerate. This isn't just Izzy's.
Facts.
This is Tristate. This is E30. This is
Jersey 31.
Jersey 30, M Squad, Big Mike. So it's about 5-6 teams currently, and at some point we're gonna stop with the teams, right? This is the core team because
we're building together,
building.
That's the part of the principle because it's international, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to these cars, these vintage cars, E30s, E24s, E36, E34s, it's a wide net. You cast that net, and you can't leave out everyone else, right?
No, you can't.
So we're North America.
Yeah.
But we're a short flight away from Europe and everywhere else.
I'm gonna tell you something. So the guy who showed me the most absolute love from the beginning is E30 JV, the famous E30 JV with the glass top.
Yes.
What people don't know is that guy has a warehouse full of M-Tech 2s. Like that's his cup of tea, right? Yep. I know he had bought an M3. I don't know what happened there. I heard there was something happened to him and it didn't go well. I saw people mocking him, but he showed me love. I don't know if you know about this New York state of mind. If you shit on my boy, you shit it on me. So I don't. You will never see content from certain people on my page. It ain't hate. It's just respect for my boy E30 JV because E30 JV, I could tag him on a post tomorrow and he's gonna share it. Like who does that? Like a page with 200, 300,000 followers doesn't do that for somebody else. So I feel really blessed about him. So he's the guy out there. And then of course Chicanos out in
South Africa.
In South Africa.
Yes.
These are the two teams that really showed this insane amount of love, right? So, but yeah, that's the conglomerate. Those are the guys that I'm looking forward. And what I'm hoping to build, we're building here because this is a love project.
Yeah. You guys see this thing here? This like, you can't say. Not home built or bought not built.
Bought not built.
Not with a project like.
Without these boxes.
Okay, so you see, it's gusseted and it's reinforced on the shock mount.
Yeah.
So it's very important to have that because I don't know if of you guys who have done E30s and had independent rear suspension, if you don't reinforce that rear shock tower, that will collapse.
So this is a StimTech piece, and you see how thick it is?
Yep.
It's insanely thick. So what happens here, so picture the suspension, it goes this way, and there's an aluminum rod that comes down here and it ties to the shock where the shock mounts. And that's what controls the suspension. So it's almost there. And that's why when I told Edwin I wasn't gonna do it, he's like, "Are you out of your mind? Like, did you know how much work has already gone into this?"
Like this is insane.
Yeah.
Highly impressive.
Yeah.
So hold on, before you go further, I know I have something in my hand that you guys keep on seeing. I want to give to my man over here. So like I said, Izzy has a channel, Izzy Really. We also do a lot of content on E30 Mob on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else. So you guys got to make sure you jump on if you're not already following E30 Mob, Really Izzy. Jump on there, like, subscribe. Because it's not just E30 content, it's the entire car culture for our New York area, upstate, downstate. We do rallies, so we're in other states. We're, North Carolina, Philly. We're all over the place with this, and especially our international connects. Izzy is in Japan. You did Puerto Rico, Miami,
and I'm planning
down in DC. You did a meet with the guys down there, Cherry Blossom meet.
We shot one year. We gave him a hand. He needed it that year. And there's something going on Sunday. Bottom line is, if you have an event and you follow us, this is how we show gratitude. 30 Bits has that incredible meet. Jersey E30 has you yourself had that camp.
Yep, the reservation. I got the camp meet coming. It'll come out before the camp and cruise, but I rented out an entire campground in the mountains of Pennsylvania. We got over 200 miles of back roads driving. We have catered barbecue. We have the bonfire. We have music, we have accommodations already set up, waterfall hikes. It's like a whole thing for the weekend. And then it's going to culminate with the E30 E30 meet at Flushing Meadow Park in New York City on the 30th. That's from 10 to whenever. We always put a close time, but everybody's there till 10 dark outside.
There's free food, there's free everything. So I see you recording me, recording you, right?
Yep.
So he came with something in his hands, and then he just started to talk to me. And all of a sudden he goes, "I got something."
You can't show up. Listen, I'm old school. You can't show up to someone's house without something in your hand. You can't come empty-handed. Whether it's a bottle of wine or some olive oil or something, you got to come with something in your hand. So I want to present this to you.
All right. So listen, I never ever get on camera, but I want to open these live. So he went to hand this to me as he's recording. So I'm like, no.
Here we go.
All right. So let's find out what he brought me. So two of these are awesome. So if you guys know I'm doing a DTM style. and I've always wanted to have this. Facts. So
got him.
This by itself. It would have showed up here, like tonight. Like I'm gonna be laying in my bed like this,
like cucumbers.
Yeah. Like these are my eye covers. Now this, I don't know what it is. So let's see.
Pull it out. Sorry, I'm not a great gift wrapper, but
this.
There we go,
I'm
baby.
excited about.
There we go. There we go.
Wait. Come. Because you got to see how this goes, right? It goes right here.
Look
at that.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We get in there. You guys see that?
So thank you, my brother. Thank you. One of those things, right? That you know, this is the love. This is the love, right?
Listen, this is a very small thing. If we didn't have social media, I wouldn't even record it, because this is just brother to brother. This is love. And our intentions are to make sure all of our builds are the best they could be. And if I got extra parts, if Mike upstate got extra parts, if this Jimmy downstate got extra parts, we were all trying to do the whole thing. The game, we're trying to be in the game together. We're sharing information, sharing resources, and that's just a little thing.
Yeah.
On a grander scale, this is us. This is a representation of the conglomerate, a representation of E30 Mob, a representation of yourself, your artistic expression in the car.
It's coming, guys. So he wanted to know, he wanted to see where I was at. So I'm gonna bring you guys around real quick since you guys are here, so you can see what I went on. I think I've honed in on what I want to do for the undercarriage, and I'll create some content around it. I got the box here, and then I got the real wood pedals. My son gave me. There's just a lot. This is just a lot. So
bunch of stuff.
I just kind of been updating you guys. That's the dashboard that M-Tech Mike gave me. Big shout out to Mike. I'm gonna figure out how to mount that in there. That's the engine right there. You see it? I mean the compartment. And around and realize this is crazy expensive to do this.
So everything is here. People will see how bare this chassis is right now. But guess what? It's like Legos, right? You're putting the pieces together. We have a majority of everything that we would need to make it a roller. And then everything else from there is the fabrication of the mounts to put the motor in. Transmission goes in, the drivetrain, suspension goes off the paint.
Yeah.
And
it'll be 2 phases. We're gonna leave this livery. This is paint. This isn't a sticker.
Yep.
Leave it like this for year 1. So
shout out Driftworks. Shout out StemTech. ER Works. Edwin did an amazing job getting this cage and everything together, and putting the car into a place where you can now take over and do your thing.
Like Theory, D-Man, go give him a follow. Car Custodians, Gabriel, Sam GT04, thank you.
So as you can see, we had a fantastic visit with Izzy from E30 Mob. Like I said, guys, go check him out on Instagram, E30 Mob, Really Izzy. On YouTube, Really Izzy. He's got some awesome builds going back years and years and years. And it's not just E30 content. It's all kind of different content, different types of vehicle makes, models. He's got this beautiful clown shoe that he did. He's got his own personal E30 convertible that he's done. He's got Dottie, the Tiffany blue. I don't know if that one's Tiffany blue, but the little old school pickup vintage truck that he's done. All kind of different projects. Definitely got to go check him out. And if you stuck with the video for this long, kudos to you. What we really want to push forward is just our community and how cohesive we are in our brotherhood. And we don't want to be just any other character that's out there just to be out there. I think that what we're doing is definitely on the ground, and what we want people to know is that if you want to kind of take what you see online or what you're doing online and be able to feel it, touch it, have something tangible in person, you'll get that with us as a collective. So you guys know me from my channel Project Veronica. I run Tristate E30. Izzy runs E30 Mob. We got Juan with Jersey E30. We got all these different crews and cliques and organizations and all these different things. But what we represent as a whole, and I can't forget E30, so better boys. What we represent as a whole is our collective, or what we call the conglomerate. Everybody is together, we're all connected, and we all share a common interest. So, you know, we do a lot of the car show stuff, a lot of the car meet stuff, road rallies, driving rallies, all kind of like different things. If you guys really want to be on the ground with this, and you really need resources, and you want to find out what shop to avoid, what shops to go to, feel free to hit us up anytime. Check us out. We have a lot of stuff planned. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. We got some international travel that's coming up. We got group events coming up. There's just a lot of things that are happening, different car builds, not just E30 stuff, but, you know, E24, 6 Series, 5 Series, some newer things. I'm into all different variety of cars. I have different, you know, variety of cars and whatnot, and some builds and stuff in the pipeline. And I'm really looking forward to sharing those things with you guys. So come along for the ride. I know it's a long video this time, but maybe that's what you guys like. Maybe that's what you want. I hope it was full of information. I hope you guys are really cool and interested with the DTM E30 M3 thing. And there's going to be a lot more E30 M3 content coming your way. So stay tuned.